Hey everyone, it's Damien again at Buy Wholesale. Hope of course you're all well. Today's video we're going to look into SKILLZ. Did a video last Sunday sort of saying it was on my radar. This is going to be a good turnaround. We talked about the expectations of the analysts and all this kind of stuff. Going to do a quick summary on how the week has went.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.
Okay, so we'll just get into it. You can see here, we did our video on Monday. It has rose up, and over the course of the week, till close yesterday, we have seen about a 6.5% rise. Absolutely delighted with that rise. If you're getting 6.5% on any given week, you know, you should be very, very happy. We had seen highs even from the lows right up to the highs. You've seen in and around 11% rise. Phenomenal gains on SKILLZ. Very happy with the purchase of SKILLZ, and we're leading into an exciting week. We know what's coming up here on the 3rd of November. We have our earnings. Going on to the Nasdaq's website, earnings announcement for SKILLZ is on the 3rd of November. So we're getting the report up to the end of September 2021. And based on the three analysts forecasting consensus, earnings per share forecast for the quarter is minus 0.13 of a dollar. So you can see here that 2 quarters ago they had reported better EPS, but on the last earnings report, unfortunately, they didn't meet their earnings per share. The expectation was 0.1. Unfortunately, they came in at 0.13. But that sets us up for goose speed, in my opinion, as the earnings per share now expectations are significantly lower, 0.13. So we will be all eyes on that. Unfortunately, I do not have a crystal ball. It was one of the things that we talked about last Sunday, that this could potentially be two things, a good catalyst to get the stock going. We still have 3 full trading days to see some sort of rise in anticipation of the earnings. So we'll just have to watch this one closely, and we'll get into the charts in a moment. But just to remind everybody, again, even at these prices, based on the average analyst expectations, we still see a 70% upside. The average price is around $19, and as you can see here, it's either a hold or a buy. Okay, so now looking at the charts, we can see here that we are above our 9-day and 50-day moving average, which is very good. Our 180 is still on site here, and that's right up in and around the $16. So we'll talk about that in another day. But for now, we can see the last symbol that came in on the 14th of October was a buy symbol. We have been riding this up. We jumped in on the 25th, which was that decent day of volume. And we've been in here since then. So we've been riding it. Thursday was a green enough day, but then yesterday was a bit of a red day, as you can see, finishing down just over 3.5% down. But look, we're still in this channel, still feeling bullish. This is our ride up. We see the previous resistance over here. So I'm looking for in and around $14. That was my target, just for the swing trade benefit. I'm not saying that I'm out of it because of those consensuses up to $19 that we looked at. There's still plenty of room for this to ride. And if earnings is fantastic, this will just go parabolic. So everything on the charts for me is looking good. I'm loving this crossover here, the 9-day moving average. We're just going to ride this and see. But if any given day this changes and we fall below this 9-day moving average, I would be potentially getting out, especially if this happens before Wednesday. But that is worst case scenario, guys. I don't want to, seem in that way, but just let you know if the changes before earnings, I will be out. And I will be a bit nervy going in the earnings. I never really particularly like playing earnings, but look, if the charts are saying stay, I'll stay, and we'll roll the dice and we'll see where we go. But at these prices, because of the fall that we've had, we've seen the previous highs, and if we can get, just to be a bit more bullish, if we can get above our 14 and maybe consolidate and build up a bit of, support there, the next target then will be our moving average, and that will eventually maybe potentially come down once we get up to here. So that could be very good, and if that does happen, then we've got like a free run right up till about $22 on that previous resistance that we see here. So there's plenty of upside, definitely on the stock. It definitely could become a runner, but you just have to be wary on how earnings is going to go. And just to look at the week then, because we've done a full week of trading, we can see that the whole week has ended up as a buy symbol, which is very, very strong. Again, you can see the channel here, we're above our 9-day moving average. For me, on the weekly and the daily chart, things are looking good. It'll be very interesting to see with earnings. And just look at that MACD, that is ping right on. That's exactly what you want to see. About to cross over and hopefully go on a lovely run. Wednesday won't be long coming around. I will do a cover up video on that. We'll just see what way it goes. We know the expectations are, so anything above that we will be going into a positive territory. But we have seen also many earnings over the last couple of weeks that have been beats, and however the stock has tanked. Then we've seen Other scenarios where estimates have been poor, for example, potentially Teladoc wasn't seen as a great one, even though I personally thought it was good from a growth perspective. The actual top line maybe wasn't as good as expectations, and then the thing is they're all 15% up over 2 days. So it's very hard to know of earnings. No one has a crystal ball, bear that in mind. But SKILLZ at these levels, even if it goes down, I would be still content to probably hold if we have to go through earnings. But ideally, we hit our target of 14 before the close of play on Wednesday, and we can get some juicy profits off the table. So that's the video. If you have found it informative, please like, subscribe. I'll be back soon talking about SKILLZ. Again, keep an eye on that moving average. If that changes, I will be out, and I will put an update on my socials. So make sure to add me on everything there so you can keep up to date with how I'm performing on this stock. But I do like it, plenty of upside. It's looking good. Nothing to be too fearful of. There is always that other side of the story. So as long as you're prepared, you'll be fine. I'll catch you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day and the remainder of your weekend. Peace.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not.